Hello, Beez Bladers. Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. I have 3 killer Kubey knives to share with you guys and gals today. All of them are going to be good work knives and you don't want to miss any of these because they get crazier as we go. And all of that's going to start right now. First up, we have the Kubey Bellis. The Kubey KU342A, and it is a worker knife. They are made so solid. Look at this. I mean, you just know when you have a Kubey in your hand because of how solid they are. It has TH for the body screws, and then, oh yeah, you have a captive pivot, and look at this, a deep carry, reversible pocket clip. The pocket clips work well. I would say one thing right off the bat is they are sitting on top of the G10, so if you have some thicker pockets, this can catch. So I wouldn't mind if they had them bit up and out just a little bit more room in the pocket, but look at that tip. Oh, you ready to see this blade? Here it is. Pow, right in the kisser. Oh yeah, check that out. You talk about a sturdy work knife. It's a sturdy one. And ooh, look how shiny that blade is. Oh, it's so shiny. And look at this. Nice bead blast, very even looking. Super nice. This is Austin steel. There's your Kubey symbol, and there's your Kubey pivot. And look at that, a little bit of texture vision for you. Look at the texture. Oh, yeah. Would you look at it? Just look at it. I didn't say that last video. People were like, hey, what's going on? Are you feeling okay, Beez? Are you sick? But I've had no problems with Austin steel. I like it. I enjoy it. I like how it sharpens. I like how it cuts. So overall, the Bellis or BELUS, B-E-L-U-S, however you want to say it, is 7.1 inches long. The blade is 2.95 inches. It weighs in at 3.8 ounces. Your blade stock thickness is 123 thousandths of an inch. And get this, 16 thousandths of an inch behind the edge. Has some good blade geometry going on. And the G10 scales all the way around, nice and chamfered. They took off that sharp edge, so there's no sharp edges to hit your hand or bug you. You have ceramic ball bearings in the pivot, and yeah, T8s, captive pivot, reversible pocket clip. We're talking total win here. Let's see what it'll do to a piece of paper before I forget. Oh yeah, no problems. Super sharp, nice and clean, no issues at all. I mean, you know, it's sharp. What can I say? Fit and finish wise, left and right, we're solid. Up and down, it's solid. What's our lookup like? Look, it's I'd say it's about in the middle. And oh man, look at that. That tip is not messing around. It is centered. We'll check out the action of the ergos here in just a second, but you know I got to give you a quick size comparison with the QSP Penguin and oh yeah, the Spyderco Tenacious. So if you have a Tenacious or a Penguin, now you're getting, are you smelling what I'm stepping in? Here's a couple more. How about, I haven't shown this one in a while. We talked about this one on the live stream last night. And if you haven't come to the live stream, every Friday night, Beez Blades live at the Hive. Oh right, 8:15 to 11:15 p.m. We have so much freaking fun. This is the KIZER Gemini, and then this is the Petrified Fish Flavorist. There's 2 different flavorists, and I'll show you the other one here in just a minute when we get into a crazier blade. And one more, since we're talking about Kubey, here's one of my faves, a little mini chonker, the Kubey Duroc. I love this knife. You can tell that I use it a lot too. And as always, I will always have links in the description to these videos, or to these videos. Y'all all have links to the videos in there probably too. But let's check out the action. So, ooh, here you go. Look at this. They did it right. See, you guys, if you've been watching me lately, I've been showing some of these jimping on the flipper tabs that are missing. See, they went all the way around. So if your finger gets on the side or on the top, anywhere it's going to grab your skin, it has very good traction. This comes snapping out, and look at that. Excellent action. It's never been lubed, right out of the box. Very good at. Can I reverse flick it? Ooh, yeah, it has a strong detent. The blade is not going to come falling out. And the thumb flick, excellent. You can snap it. It is very snappy. No issues with, oh man, this is nice. I love how solid their knives feel. My hand's 4 inches from here to here, 3.5 from here to here, and from the bottom of my palm to the tip of my middle finger, 7.25. And how does it fit? Oh, it fits really good. The pocket clip is not a hot spot. There are no hot spots. It feels very comfortable. Pulling on it, nothing is grabbing my attention. No hot spots at all. Now, if I choke back and put that down into my hand, I can feel it. But up here in the hammer grip, no. And ooh, 8. Now see, They have the jimping coming out farther. The jimping is making contact with my thumb, locking my thumb in place. This is a solid worker knife. I like it. And for sharpening up here in your choil, the plunge grind, it goes way down all the way to here to where it's sharpened, so I could go for more of a sharpening choil. And then the other nitpick would be, I wish they would go ahead and inset this clip into the G10 and make it a little higher. That way you don't ever have those instances of getting it caught in your pocket. Wait till you see this chunk of a knife. Does that spell chunk right there? This is the Kubey Sailor. What is it? I mean, what? Is that a knife? It's the KU317A. And look at that. It does have a, what do you call those things that stop the boats? The anchors. And right while we're at it, look at that texture vision. They do the texture so well. Do I need to even go over that again? So there. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice and up close. And look how clean this is. T8s, very, very clean looking. I mean, if you laid this on the table, if someone's not a knife person, they might wonder what it is. There's your crazy pocket clip. It's a big old pocket clip. And if you look here, it is reversible. And it's deep carry, and there's plenty of room. No screws, no mushrooms growing in the shade. It's a sturdy pocket clip. You hear that? It is not coming out of your pocket. Very clean, and this one also, captive pivot. There's your Kubey, and are you ready? Wait a minute, let me show you. There's your jimping, very good jimping, and it grabs right, left, center, grabs very good. Are you ready? Pow! Look at this sucker. Oh my goodness. This is a chunk. It is a working blade. Has that same nice bead blast. And all of these knives that I'm showing you, they have several different colors. And then usually you could get the bead blast or you could get the black stonewash. So there's a lot of color options and blade options when Kubey ever puts out a new knife. And this one has a little more room for sharpening board before you hit the plunge grind, right there. So that's a major plus. This is AUS 10 steel. And look at that. It's just that clean. And here's your designer right there, designed by Sakira Sochi. Not familiar with that designer, but a quick cap over, or quick do-over? No, quick whatever, once over. From edge to edge, tip to tip, it's 7.4 inches, counting the clip. Your blade length's 3.1 inches. It's 4.93 ounces, so you're right up there at the 5 ounce mark. The blade stock thickness, 159 thousandths of an inch. It's got some heft, but check this out. 17 thousandths behind the edge, right there at the apex. It comes down to quite a point. It is impressive how they get it from such a big blade stock. They keep going. They keep going all the way down. Nice, tall, flat grind. It's not a full flat grind. You can see where the flat grind comes up here to this flat. And could I say flat one more time? But the action, look at that. So smooth. Just like the last one. This one will come down and get you right in the thumbnail if you let it, or you can let it stop at your thumb with the flipper. Very comfortable. Oh yeah. That's some good stuff right there. And reversible for all you lefties. I know one person that always chats in the comments, and I always appreciate everyone that makes a comment in the videos, even if they're not interested in the knife. They say hello, or tell me how your day was, or what'd you eat for breakfast. This is very comfortable. I like this knife in my hand. No hot spots. It is like when you have this in your hand, you just want to go start chopping on something. And for a utility cutter, all day long. The tip goes right to the surface. Look at this, how comfortable. Neutral, ergos, nothing's forcing your hand anywhere it doesn't want to be. And it gives you so much grip because of the height of the handle. I actually like this knife a lot. I like working knives. I like knives with a purpose. I think this one is going to be a fantastic worker. And look up top, they did the jimping right. This jimping is spot on. It is great. It has just the right amount of aggression. It is perfect. And it comes out far enough where it stops my thumb. My thumb is locked into place. My hand's locked into place. Perfect. I don't have many gripes at all, or many things I could fault this knife with. It's good stuff. And it also has ceramic bearings in the pivot. And there you go. Right there. It says right there. AUS 10, all nice and fuzzy. There we go. And I'll give you a couple quick size comparisons before we move to the craziest knife of all. Here's the QSP Penguin and the KIZER Gemini. You can see this is right there in that EDC size range, the one that fits most folks' hands. And Oh, here's the other, here's the other petrified fish flavorist. They have two different blades, and they both just worked out very well for size comparisons with the knives today. And here's one that everyone has seen, the Demco AD 20.5. So if this can be deceiving when you look at it in pictures, but here it's the moving pictures. You can really see the size of this one. This one is absolutely solid. It feels like a fixed blade, no movement left to right, up or down. You have good lockup, right around the 40% mark, and it is centered down in there very nicely. Now this, I think, this might be my favorite. Would you look at the craziness of these scales? What in the world? This is the Kubey Master Chief. Oh, I was asked about this one back in, about a month ago, and then look at this. Now we have it to show you, and there are different versions, different scales you can get. This is the G10, Damascus G10, or G-Mascus as they call it. Very nice pattern. I love this pattern. There is no texture to it. It is smooth, but look at here. We have a T8, or another, is that a T8? Yeah, that's a T8 over there. And then, are those T8s on the inside, on the pocket screws? Could it be so? I don't know. I don't have my kit right now to check, but it is a deep carry pocket clip. Now look at this. This is what I was talking about earlier. This one has more room. You have your flat screws, but there is more room for your pocket for your jeans to get in there. So this might be an improved clip. I like that. I am digging that right there. And while we're up here, it is centered, and there's your Kubey, and there's your T8. It's a captive pivot. The same great jimping. Look at that. Good stuff. Grabs very well. You ready to see this blade? Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Is that not a mean looking knife? They also have this in the G10 version, so you can get the texture if you want, and they have different colors, and they have the bead blast, and they also have the stone washed. This one's 8.2 inches long. The blade length's 3.5 inches, or 3.49. This one weighs in at 5.1 ounces, so it's a hefty one. Your blade stock thickness, not too thick. It's 123 thousandths of an inch. Now, here's the kicker. Are you ready for this? Now, you see how tall this blade is? That tall, flat grind? You know what it comes down to? Any guess on what it is behind the edge? 14 thousandths of an inch. Yeah, you don't hear that very often. That is very, very impressive. All of these came very sharp. They all cut the paper just equally the same. Nice, even. Look at that, even grinds going on. And then for sharpening, this one stops right at the plunge grind. So this one, because the plunge grind is pretty abrupt, you're gonna be able to sharpen it pretty safely without getting a smile, just because it's that abrupt. I like that. Now the action and the ergos, well, look at this. Super smooth. It's drop shutty. It will drop right to your thumb. Oh, this one, oh my goodness. You know the size of my hand, right? Look at this. The jimping. I mean, this is when I get knives like this, like all the little nitpicks, that it's like they listened to the knife community and, well, we'll go ahead and take care of this. That way there's no complaints. It fits on my hand, and the classic grip like a glove, and in the hammer grip, so comfortable. This handle design works so well for holding and for keeping a hold of your hand. It locks you in, gives you a full grip, and the fit on this one, it's solid left and right, solid up and down. Your lockup is right in the middle. And because looks could be deceiving, let's put it down here next to a few. I've got some that I think are going to be just perfect to show you the size of this one. Here's the QSP Penguin. Here is the Spyderco Tenacious. Now you see we're getting there. Are you ready? Are you ready? We're going to get closer. Here we go. Here we go. The Kubey Titius, the Kubey KU322. Now you know. This one is like one of the best budget worker knives for the price from Kubey. It's very impressive. Here's the Sativian ST133. And all of these I've done videos on. You could go check them out if you want to see disassemblies and all that fun stuff. But you can see this is a large one. It is a full-size knife. It is not a baby knife. And there you go. The Civivi Conspirator. Lengthwise, you can see what we're working with. Handle width, or handle-wise, same thing. And one more, one of my all-time favorite knives. Yeah, you guessed it, the KIZER Towser K. And handle-wise, you're working with just about the same amount, and just about the same amount as far as sharpen length. very, very close. This is definitely one that's going to get pocket time because I love these modified blade shapes. I love this little clip at the end. You can do all kinds of utility cuttings. It still has piercing abilities, and the reverse grip is absolutely comfortable. You know, this, I'm curious which one is your favorite. The Kubey Bellis or Belus, and then you have the Sailor. Oh yeah, look at this. These are so solid. And then the Master Chief. I wonder if there's a theme going on right now, but the Master Chief, yeah, it's calling my name. So I hope you enjoyed checking these out with me. Go watch this video. You're really going to enjoy that. And until I see you in the chats or the live streams or at the Hive stream on Friday night, remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.